Okay, guys. Custom built for play Go mode. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe. Hit that like, subscribe. Okay, I got a few updates with this Gen 7. Okay, for one, I had to add some lights on here, as you see. Looks pretty nice. A little bit of detail. You see, I always do the windows. That's my style. That type of tint. Let me let you get a look at the front lights here. Alright, so the first thing I had to do, guys, was I destroyed my hubs, and these are a different type of carrier here, so I had to go up on the aluminum here. So for me adding the hub extenders, I think it put a little more stress on here, so I just added new carriers. And also I did a little bit of extra work on the tires here. I gave them a little more insulation, which it's a whole lot better on the truck. So, like as you see, this was just a mess before, so I didn't like that. The wheels are sinking in maybe, and I would say just riding along, the wheels were just sinking in maybe about this much here. And that's just on a regular ride. So right now as I ride, it's a whole lot more cushion. As you can see how it's sitting now. This is what I get. So if I'm on even riding on ground, I still got that sinking, the grab and grip. It's not as smooth where I'm be slipping, but also I can at least get up something. And boy, that was just a mess. I didn't really like that at all. Okay, this is my setup here, and you'll notice something different with this here. I did go up in battery power, which that's just for this fan here, which is one of my fans I usually add in, and everything stays cool to the temp. My light system here is kind of messy right now, but it's in there. I'll clean that up once I'm done customizing, because I was debating on putting them onto the body or just leaving them just like this here, which I don't like doing the body work because you end up tearing up the bodies and everything else. It just doesn't match up. So certain cuts you make, certain things you did, it just won't add. It didn't match up to me. Now, as you can see, this is the setup for it. So what I do is actually take a little hot glue and put it over here so these don't scrape, so I can check actually while I'm running, and I can see if I need to add a little more or it's time to calm down on what type of rock and gravel that I'm running over, because climbing up things, this will get hit more. And as you can see, the front is pretty good, but that back is just getting its wear and tear. So I usually just add glue all around this area here, just hot glue. It'll flex and all, so you don't have to worry about it tearing up your ride. And you see I didn't put any here. So yeah, I realized I was snagging things, and it was just bothering me to the point where I felt kind of bothered. So as you can see at certain points, whereas though this is actually a new gearbox, or I don't know if they're calling them that on this, but that's a new gearbox. So I had to change this over, being as though I just played around and glued the other carrier that was here. I just glued it to keep it, on there, so I can just ride around a little more, just playing around. It wasn't really nothing. So that was the only damage that I really done to it. And also what I did too, in the other video, if you notice the tires are a little different now, which I took little cuts and cut extra little grooves. So see if you can see it a little better from a top view. and you can see what I cut. So these little strips came all the way across to the center, and I just took a little bit from the inside tread, the inside tread all the way around. And then I took one of these little lips off here, every other one, so I can get a little snag and keep myself kind of on so I'm not sliding to the side. So that's pretty much it. Also I adjusted the rod height, and I mean crazy high. So right now I went into these holes underneath, which is not into the metal chassis, but it's into the frame. So what I did was took a nut and screwed it onto the other side to hold it in, which is holding up pretty well. But when you do that, you're taking out a screw to support your body. So this will sway back and forward. This hole will sway, just sway. So your body will end up problems with the body rubbing. So you'll have to take a spare screw or something that you have and put another one in there to keep these stable. And it's the same in the back. If you don't, see, I had to put an extra screw in. So, it's no big diffy. But for the shock system, your shocks will start leaning as you ride too. So you'll end up tearing up something. And that's what I think I did the first time. I just took it out for a run, and I ended up having that issue. I didn't realize what I had did until later. And I said, wait a minute. Okay, so I end up fixing that. So that's pretty much it. To get to this gearbox, that was kind of crazy because you had to disassemble this whole area up here. Like you had to disassemble everything here. Everything that you see had to get disassembled to get to that because I had glued it in a way. So, and plus I had to change the whole gearbox. So you had to take off everything. So that's about it. With gear oil, with shock oil I put in there, guys, was the a 75. It's kind of stiff, but like I said, my body's not rubbing. I may go back down a little more now, being as though that I put a little extra insulation inside the tires. So I may go down a whole lot. Well, not even a whole lot, because I didn't even go up. So I may go back down to the 60 or the 50 or so. This is the 70 now. Like I said, being as though usually in all my RCs when I mess with the shock oil, it's because I have to do something with the tires. And it messes with my ride. So that's about it. So the last thing is this here. This is how I keep my lights in. Just a little hot glue gun. And I stuck them in the hole and just put a little glue on the back. Plus to insulate from water, these, that hot glue, it works. I would advise just putting that across all the back of all you guys' lights that have crawlers. Because those two wires, it is still two wires exposed in the back. So, yeah, just take care of that. I can show you here on this one. This is an old light bulb that I had. But if you look real close, those two wires, water will get on those and short you out. So I may just put another light on there. I have Christmas lights, and being as though I'm getting kind of used to this soldering thing, I may take one of those lights off of those and just replace that one bulb. So, because when the lights go out, this light here, it shines underneath the front, and I wanted the same effect in the back. So, yeah. And at night, you can see the gears and all of this stuff spinning and all, so that's like a nice look for the nightlife. Alright guys, hit that like, subscribe, and also too guys, I haven't heard anything on the next RC. Just no landslides. I want to try that Redcat, that Team Redcat, what's that, the TM, one of them type things is a 1/8 scale, but it's kind of like, it looks like the Shredder, and it looks like the, another RC, I forgot what it is, but it's along the line of Team Redcat. But I want to try it out. It's 8S. Let me know. I see a lot of guys with it. I know people are buying it and not posting the issues. But post those issues, guys. That's what's most important. That's what I will say. For me, that's what's most important. Post those issues so I can know what to do, and then I can give you credit for what you do if I was somebody looking online to figure out what to do with an RC. So guys, hit that like, subscribe. May have a special guest coming up soon, maybe in the next couple months or so, guys. If they ever get that, what's that? What he's trying to get? What did he say he was getting? The Armoro, not the Falcon. It's one of those. It's something like those. It's something like the Typhoon. One of those models. It's the other one, not the Typhoon. But see him. He gets on to the boat with the RC boat. Hit that like, subscribe, guys, and still waiting on those guys to tell me what's that next RC to get. I have one in mind. You'll find out. It'll be a surprise, but I would like to hear what you guys have to say about it. We out.